Good evening. Welcome to this edition of Northeast Diary. Here we bring you the latest developments from India's unexplored Northeast region. Today we will talk about how chess is making inroads in Assam and is becoming popular among people during COVID times. We will take you to two beautiful places of the Northeast, Kameng in Arunachal and Jorhat in Assam. We will also talk about how Centre's Catch the Rain initiative is helping solve Mizoram's water woes. Nagaland got its first software technology park of India at Kohima, the 61st centre in the country. This has been a part of the concerted efforts of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision to take information technology to far-flung areas of the Northeast region. Our Kohima correspondent shares more details.
Union Minister of State for Electronic and Information Technology and Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Rajiv Chandrasekhar, inaugurated the state's first Software Technology Parks of India STPI Centre at Kohima on September 17, coinciding with the 71st birthday of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Union Minister of State Rajiv Chandrasekhar said,
I would encourage STPI to be not very hard-coded about the STPI Kohima Center being only for graphics. I think it's good to have this in the center of excellence, but if there is any entrepreneur who has an entrepreneurial idea in technology, this center should be able to incubate that. The core focus on graphics is a good idea, but don't let that exclude other ideas you want to incubate. This is just a piece of suggestion from me.
Spread over 18,137 square feet, the state-of-the-art office space is built up especially for startups and entrepreneurs of Nagaland. It will promote ITES exports and services from the state and create new employment opportunities for the local youths. This will also attract investments and promote Nagaland as one of the major ITES destinations. For Northeast Diary, this is Asunyo from AIR News Kohima.
The earliest forms of chess can be dated back to India in the 6th century. Chaturang is an ancient Indian game which is regarded as the ancestor of the present-day chess. Today, despite the limitations posed by COVID, chess is becoming popular among the youths in Silchar in Assam. We have more from our correspondent.
The pandemic has stopped many sports activities, but some of these got new avenues opened up to continue flourishing even during the lockdown. Chess has flourished not only in Kachar district, but also in the state of Assam as a whole. Chess is played over the board and it is the only mind game recognized by the International Olympics Association. India has got 67 Grand Masters of chess and 123 International Masters. Until very recently, there was none from the entire Northeast. Out of this, 190 great powerful chess players. In September, Sahil De, aged 14 years from Assam, earned the coveted title of International Masters to be the first one out of the first 191 title holders of the country. Facing the situation of lockdown, Kachar District Chess Association has advanced the online mode of playing chess, where players play on the laptops or desktops from the home in front of a camera, logging into Zoom video conferencing and an online chess platform called Tornello, initiated by the World Chess Federation of FIDE and All India Chess Federation or AICF. All Assam Chess Association has also organized state chess championships of different age groups in that process. Kachar District Chess Association created a niche in using the online chess platform of Tornello, holding the only state-recognized tournament in celebration of the Foundation Day on August 24th. The District Association also held 4 training workshops for young chess players in the new online platform of Tornello right from the beginning of August, topping those up with 2-day training sessions conducted by international master and veteran coach Neeraj Kumar Mishra. No wonder that a kid from Kachar, Abrojyoti Nath, not only played in the National Rapid Chess over Tornello, but also created a history in the Barak Valley chess by getting selected for the India team in the Under-14 World Youth and Cadet Online Rapid Championship of World Chess Federation. The activities of the District Association have attracted more than 300 chess players from 10 different states, said Dr. Charvak, President of Kachar District Chess Association. The online mode of chess will continue even after the pandemic as it bypasses the time and cost of actual travel the chess players have to undertake for playing over-the-board tournaments. Therefore, we have decided to involve players from any state in an activity as it will benefit the players of this region, said Dr. Charwak. Like FIDE, our motto is also Chess for All, he added. That's how Kachar is coming up in the chess map of India in a significant way. This is Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with Saraswati Bhattacharjee from Silchar, Assam.
And now we have a report on one of the most beautiful and picturesque districts of Arunachal Pradesh, which is Kameng.
West Kameng is an administrative district of Arunachal Pradesh with its headquarters at Bomdila. The district derives its name from the river Kameng, a tributary of Brahmaputra River. The district is surrounded by Tibet region of China in the north, Bhutan in the west, Tawang and East Kameng districts of Arunachal Pradesh are in the northwest and east respectively. Most areas of the district are covered by mountains and forest. The population density of the district is only 8 per square kilometer. The inhabitants are all tribals. This beautiful district is mainly inhabited by 5 major tribes, namely Monpas, Mijis, Akas, Serdukpen, Khawa, also known as Boguns. All the individual tribes have a rich cultural heritage, and the government is making all-out effort in helping conserve their traditional heritage. The society of West Kameng district is patriarchal and primogeniture, and the fundamental laws of inheritance with variations are not uncommon. They follow endogamy and strictly observe the rule of clan exogamy. Polygamy is socially sanctioned and practiced by most of them. The people are highly democratic, and each tribe has its own organized institutions that maintain law and order, decide disputes, and take up all activities for the welfare of the tribe and the village. The members constituting these organizations are selected by the people. The people may be divided into 2 cultural groups on the basis of their socio-religious affinities. The Monpas and the Serdukpens of the district follow the Lamaistic tradition of Mahayana Buddhism. Noted for the religious fervor, the villages of these communities have richly decorated Buddhist temples, locally called Gompas. Though largely agriculturist, practicing terrace cultivation, many of these people are also pastoral and breed herds of yak and mountain sheep. The second group of the people are Akas, Mijis, and Bogun, who worship sun and moon god, namely Doni Polo and Abotani, the original ancestors of most of these tribes. Their religious rituals largely coincide with phases of agricultural cycles. They invoke natural deities and make animal sacrifices. They traditionally practice jooming and seed cultivation. This is Rakesh Dole, Air News, Itanagar.
Water scarcity is a major problem all over the world in the present day. Titled as Jal Shakti Abhiyan in our country, the program Catch the Rain has created a momentum in all the areas of the country. We know that the mountainous areas are severely affected by water scarcity for a long time during a year. These hilly areas have now started water harvesting through Jal Shakti Abhiyan. Here is a report from our Aizawl correspondent.
Mizoram receives a good amount of rain for about 5 to 6 months annually. Yet, as the state is hilly and its soil very loose, it is very difficult to harvest rainwater in a sustainable way. As a result, the people of the state have to depend on the rain and underground water. Talking to AIR News, Superintendent of State Public Health Engineering Department Mr. Ropuya said,
The launching of Jal Shakti Abhiyan is very important for Mizoram. Mizoram received abundant rain during 6 months, April to September. During this time, there is excess water. However, during the rest 6 months of October to March, there is scarcity of water. It can be done by rooftop rainwater harvesting or through afforestation or construction of check dams, etc. When these measures catches the rain and delay the runoff for 6 months, we will be able to save and accumulate water for the dry 6 months period. As we all know, the soil of Mizoram is very loose and it cannot absorb water. It cannot accumulate water to catch and collect the rainwater for the 6 months dry period is very important for Mizoram.
In the state, people have embarked on individual rooftop rainwater harvesting for a long time. Also, the people of the state have a traditional practice of water conservation, which is called tuikhur, a man-made shallow hole dug into the earth as a source of natural groundwater, often having enclosures to prevent contamination. With the support of Jal Shakti Abhiyan, the Tuikhur water conservation reservoirs are also being strengthened and spearheaded all over the state. For Northeast Diary, this is Irene from Aizawl.
Sikkim has taken big leaps in education sector in the recent past. At the National Teachers Awards, 2 Sikkimese teachers won the prestigious award this year. Let's hear more from our Sikkim correspondent.
Mingma Sherpa, the head teacher at Loom Primary School located in remote North Sikkim's Janggu region, was among the 44 selected teachers from across the country to receive a National Teachers Award this year. And with time, his service has gone beyond teaching to ensuring maximum enrollment in the Janggu region. The 54-year-old mathematics teacher shares his journey.
भारत देश के माननीय राष्ट्रपति द्वारा प्रदान किया हुआ राष्ट्रीय शिक्षक पुरस्कार 2021 जो विशिष्ट प्रतिभा संपन्न शिक्षक के रूप में समाज की बहुमूल्य सेवा के लिए प्रदान किया जाता है, यह गौरवपूर्ण सम्मान पाकर मैं आनंदित हूँ। साथ में अपना पाठशाला, उत्तर जिला शिक्षक विभाग, राज्य शिक्षा विभाग और राज्य का नाम राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर रोशन करने का जो अवसर प्राप्त हुआ, वह पाकर मैं गौरवान्वित महसूस कर रहा हूँ। मेरा एम्बिशन शिक्षक बनना नहीं था, अपितु एक डॉक्टर बनने का और दौलत के पीछे नहीं किंतु दीनहीन का सेवा करना था और यह मेरी माँ का सपना था। लेकिन ईश्वर को कुछ और मंजूर था। 1980 में उन्हें भगवान ने अपने पास बुला लिया और मेरा डॉक्टर बनने का सपना भी टूट गया। माँ के अंतकाल के कारण पिताजी पर परिवार का बोझ देखकर और आर्थिक तंगी के कारण मैंने अपनी आगे की पढ़ाई छोड़कर पिताजी को हाथ बांटने का सोचा और सन 1985 में अपने ही गांव के छुबा निम्न प्राथमिक पाठशाला में एक प्राथमिक शिक्षक के रूप में मैंने पेशा शुरू किया। तो फिलहाल मैं उत्तर जिला के जंगू प्रांत के लूम प्राथमिक पाठशाला में 2016 से इंचार्ज के रूप में कार्यरत हूँ। एक राष्ट्रीय पुरस्कार से पुरस्कृत शिक्षक होने के कारण राष्ट्र और राज्य को मेरा ऊपर काफी उम्मीदें हैं, जिसका मैं अनुभव कर रहा हूँ। इस नाते मुझे बच्चों की न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी 2020 अनुरूप कैसे इनोवेटिव टीचिंग प्रैक्टिसेस किया जाए और पेडागोजी प्रोसेस यानी कि पठन पाठन पद्धति को इफेक्टिव, इंटरेस्टिंग, इंजॉयबल और लर्निंग आउटकम प्राप्त करने के लिए किस तरह का इनोवेशन किया जाए और साथ में शिक्षक को इफेक्टिव बनाने के लिए जीरो कॉस्ट और लो कॉस्ट टीएलएम कैसे बना जाए बोलकर दूसरे शिक्षकों को मदद करना मेरी इच्छा है।
A physics teacher at Tashi Namgyal Senior Secondary School, Gangtok, East Sikkim, Premdas Chhetri, is known for his initiatives involving technology. The 37-year-old teacher designed an online admission system during the COVID-19 pandemic for all senior secondary schools in Sikkim. He provided free winter coaching to needy students before the COVID-19 pandemic, which continued online during lockdowns. Mr. Chhetri also operates a YouTube channel with solved chapters which would benefit students even after the pandemic. Mr. Chhetri, who hails from Mihabram in South Sikkim, shares his experience.
I have designed an online admission system for all the senior secondary schools of the Sikkim through one portal during COVID in 2020 because all the schools are under lockdown and there was a restriction in inter-district movement. So department के साथ coordinate करके एक portal design किया गया, उसमें सारे 88 जो अभी 90 है सीनियर सेकेंडरी स्कूल्स का क्लास 11 का एडमिशन कंप्लीट किया गया। इस बार की एडमिशन की प्रक्रिया भी सेम पोर्टल से हम लोगों ने कंप्लीट किया है और क्लास 11 अभी स्टार्ट हो गई है। और दूसरा था कोचिंग बहुत महंगी हो चुकी है और हमारे विंटर बाउंड स्कूल है जहाँ पे 2 महीना की विंटर वैकेशन होती है जिसमें बच्चे शहर आते हैं क्रैश कोर्स लेने के लिए। तो ऐसे सिक्किम में बहुत सारे बच्चे भी हैं जिनको एफोर्ड करना मुश्किल पड़ सकता है। तो हम लोगों ने 100 बच्चे को लिया और मेरे ही स्कूल में फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट हम लोगों ने उनकी कोचिंग कराई। तब मैंने सिक्किम के सारे बच्चों को ऑनलाइन फिजिक्स पढ़ाना शुरू किया 2020 का। 25 मार्च को लॉकडाउन हुई तो 8 अप्रैल से ही मैंने शुरू कर दी, जिसमें से सिक्किम के अराउंड 500-600 बच्चे हैं टोटल गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में। वो सभी मेरे साथ जुड़ गए और उन लोगों का पूरा सिलेबस भी कंप्लीट कर दिया। और यूट्यूब चैनल मेरा एक है जहाँ पे सारी कंप्लीट सिलेबस डाल दिया गया है। उससे क्या हुआ कि अपनी लोकल लैंग्वेज में एक्सप्लेनेशन है यूट्यूब में और कंप्लीट सिलेबस भी दिया गया है। अब कोई भी बच्चा कभी भी उसको एक्सेस कर सकता है। मान ले सिचुएशन नॉर्मलाइज हो गई, लेकिन बच्चे कभी बीमार भी तो पड़ सकते हैं ना। तो स्कूल में क्लासेस जब उसकी मिस हो जाएगी तो यूट्यूब में जाके वो पूरा देख के दूसरा क्लास में आ सकता है।
सरकार, दिस इज बाइजस शर्मा फॉर नॉर्थ ईस्ट डायरी फ्रॉम AIR न्यूज सिक्किम।
Meghalaya government has launched My Meg program, an initiative to facilitate citizen engagement and participation in the governance process, accelerate the pace of development by engaging and empowering citizens. Our Shillong correspondent shares more details.
My Meg program aims to connect with citizens and digital platforms that will facilitate citizen-centric information on benefits of key schemes and programs. The program will track progress of schemes and other initiatives at district, block and village level. Using this platform, citizens can participate and share feedback and opinions through polls and surveys. Besides, citizens will be able to engage through town hall meetings, outreach activities, digital quiz and contests, etc. Launching the program, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma stated that in the last 3 years, the government has taken several steps to ensure holistic development of the state. The vision of this government is to transform Meghalaya into one of the top 10 states in the country by 2030. To achieve this, we have been working tirelessly to improve the well-being of our farmers, women, youth and every section of the society. And to take this further, we want citizens' participation and engagement in the governance process, stated the Chief Minister. With the launch of My Meg program, the government aims to promote participatory democracy in Meghalaya, where people can contribute in the governance process and share their feedback on various government programs and initiatives.
We want to create, a kind of a private sector space who would be able to take and engage with the public. Government will still do all the work, obviously, and the administration will do all the work. But I'm saying the convenience that will be given to the people will be done in a much more professional manner. And this is really, it's a model, that e-Seva model, which is running in Hyderabad, is really what we're looking at. And these are the kind of things that we're looking. So therefore, there's a lot of work to be done. I'm like to also mention that this will be in local language. That's also very critical. So in Khasi and Garo, it will be there. So obviously, people will not have any problem in actually engaging with this. And I'm sure that this is a very humble beginning. There's a lot more to be done. A lot more will come up. And we will obviously improve it as we go along. As was mentioned by the Chief Secretary, it's important that we go into micro details as much as possible, which I'm sure the team is going to work towards that also.
The government believes that My Meg program will accelerate the pace of development in Meghalaya and help in achieving the vision to emerge as a top 10 state by 2030. This is Rustam for North East Diary from AIR News, Shillong.
Today we will talk about horticultural crops and the role of a government-run horticulture farm in Tripura. It is reported that the government-run horticulture farm at Nagichera in Tripura has been aiding the traditional and new farmers on more production methods and new varieties. Our Agartala correspondent speaks with Dr. Rajiv Ghosh, Deputy Director at the Horticulture Research Centre, Nagichera.
Horticulture not only serves rural people and farmers of the state, but it is also contributing to the economy of the state. Towards the propagation of a horticulture-based economy, the state government has been implementing programs. Alongside, the government-run horticulture farm at Nagichera has been serving the traditional and the new farmers for more production and more new varieties. The farm has given the birth of Tripura potato seed, and now the state is the highest producer of hybrid TPA seed. Today, in this discussion, we have with us Dr. Rajiv Ghosh, who is the Deputy Director at Horticulture Research Centre at Nagichera in Tripura, to talk about the horticulture farm. This is Reena Nomaitem. Welcome, sir. Firstly, I would like to ask you about the goal of this Horticulture Research Centre and how the journey started.
It is a state horticulture research complex under the government of Tripura. It started its journey in the year 1981. Initially, it was started with some plantation crops like coconut, red oil palm, cashew nut, and other crops like spices, black pepper, and banana. And initially, the objective was acclimatization, collection, and exploration of new germplasm and growing this germplasm in the center and evaluating and finding out the suitable germplasm for our state. Later on, it switched over to some other activity, or some other activities are included in the annual action plan of the state government. We started true potato seed production, one of the unique items in our research complex. It started in collaboration with Center for International Potato, Lima, Peru. A true potato seed is as you know, it is the botanical seed of the potato. As such, potato is grown from potato tuber, but the botanical seed is called true potato seed. Where actually the benefit is like that, when you grow potato, then 2,000 to 2,500 kgs of potato is required to cover 1 hectare area. But when you take TPS, only 100 grams is required. Since last 2.5 years or 3 years or so, we have switched over to plastic culture. Use of polymulch, use of weed mats, use of drip irrigation system, use of sprinkler irrigation system. So these all are new items that has been included. And Tripura has got a diversified collection of citrus, means lime lemon, mandarin orange, and sweet orange. Sweet orange, there is one variety, Malta. So that also in Tripura, it is not found elsewhere in the state, but we have introduced Malta.
Sir, what is the process of facilitating the farmers from this research center, and how do the farmers get high-yielding crops and all?
We have got human resource development. So HRD contacts training, capacity build-up program. There are two types of capacity build-up program. That is on-campus and off-campus. That is, in the campus itself, we go for conduction of training program in the center itself. The setup is in the Agriculture, Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Government of Tripura has got deputy directors in the district level and superintendent agriculture in the sub-division level, covering the entire states. So farmers come over here, they can stay here. We have got farmers hostel. They even go for the season-long training. We have got mushroom laboratory, we have got tissue culture laboratory, and we have got a field also where frontline demonstrations are conducted. So they stay here for even the entire season. They stay for 5 days as per their requirement or requisition placed by the district authority. See the field, they feel what is going on, they feel the science, they know the science, they learn by doing. So that way they are enriched with the technology and they replicate in their own.
Moving on, in the past few years, Tripura farmers have equipped themselves with new age agriculture and bringing new crops into practice. How do you explain that?
If you see the previous history of farming system, actually it started with only paddy. The system was only on for the basic principle of life, that is food, cloth and shelter. Diversification was not required in the earlier times. Now, the knowledge and with the invention and with the advent of new technologies in India and elsewhere in the country, and it is a digital India now. Now everything is in our mobile. It is very easy to learn. The land is becoming limiting factor, and we are switching over to even the vertical farming system like hydroponics, aeroponics. This is unique because see, when land is getting shrunk, then but family members numbers remain the same. Per capita holding of land is also getting limited. So what will be the answer? Answer will be the vertical farming. Here we have developed hydroponic system, portable hydroponic system, and the fixed and the permanent hydroponic system. Aeroponic systems is underway. So these are the systems. It is future farming for Tripura. Now we are showcasing to the farmer, whoever comes for training and capacity build up, that in the near future, our farmers also can opt for this vertical farming system. Added advantage is that they can go for organic farming. All produce will be organic. So benefit is multifaceted. Like first one is organic. It will fetch premium price from the market.
There is a clarion call coming from Minister Biplab Kumar Dev of Atmanirbhar Tripura. But still, we are deficient in vegetables. How would we make up for that crisis?
In the market nowadays, you can see farmers are not getting proper price. So definitely there will be market glut in the different mandis. So what is the problem? Because now the production is more, definitely price will go down as per the law of economics. This is number one. Number two, there is no ban in cross-border marketing system. We can also send our produce to Delhi, elsewhere in the country. So there is no restriction. So definitely Assam is our nearby, Bangladesh is our nearby country. So this way, import and export, it is a natural in the marketing system.
Coming to pineapple fruit, as the fruit is one of the famous and wanted horticultural products of the state, please share more about the present state of climate resilient pineapple variety.
Pineapple, this is our pride. This queen variety of pineapple. Queen variety of pineapple is a very unique taste and it has got good aroma and good sweetness compared to other variety. Pineapple now available throughout the year. The technology is with the help of hormones. Pineapple plantations are being staggered. If you see, you will find that 40% of the total pineapple plants flowers at a time. Rest 60% will flower later. So, to overcome this, we are going for blanket spray of hormone so that to stagger or to induce flowering at a time. In a commercial way, farmers will go for spraying the entire plot so that they can get the production at a time. So this staggering is being done in the entire state to uplift the economic status of the farmer.
Lastly, sir, what are the measures being taken to compensate for the losses that farmers incur in rains?
Any natural calamity, there is a contingency. Contingency plan means to overcome the adverse climatic situation. So if their nursery got damaged, if their vegetable nursery got damaged, we supply the vegetable seedling free of cost to the farmers. This is one system, contingency plan for the farmer for any untoward incident which is not known to us that what is going to happen. That is due to adverse climatic situation. That is our one way. Sometimes we give fertilizers kit to the farmers so that the loss suffered by the farmers partially or more or less partially or more 60-70% assistance we are giving every now and then. We are giving to the farmers. So that way, either in cash or kind or mostly in kind we are giving, either in the form of fertilizers or in the shape of vegetable seedlings or horticultural planting material.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving your valuable time.
And now let us endeavour to know more about the special places that are nestled in the cozy corners of the India's northeast. Today we are taking you to a beautiful and quaint place of Assam known as Jorhat. It is known for its beautiful rice fields and lush green tea gardens.
Jorhat is one of the major cities of Assam and acts as a gateway to Upper Assam and to the state of Nagaland. It was the last capital of the Ahom kingdom and home to many historical monuments of Assamese culture. The cultural diversities which prevailed in Jorhat nearly a century ago has inspired the people to participate in cultural activities through the decades, and as a result, Jorhat has been able to produce many creative writers, musicians, actors, historians and journalists, naming Jorhat as the cultural capital of Assam. Jorhat or Jorehot means two haats or mandis, Machar Hat and Choki Hat, which existed on the two different banks of the river Bogdoi during the 18th century. In the year 1794, the king Gaurinath shifted the capital from Shivsagar to Jorhat. This town was a flourishing and commercial metropolis, but completely destroyed after a series of the Burmese attacks from 1817 till the arrival of the British force in the year 1824. In 1885, narrow gauge train services had come into operation and ultimately became instrumental in the rapid growth of the tea industry. The healthy education and cultural life of Jorhat can be best judged from the fact that the district has as many as 5 daily newspapers published from Jorhat. There are about 135 tea gardens, an airport, a railway station, a medical college, an engineering college, 3 universities, regional research laboratory, Toklai Tea Research Center, along with other prestigious establishments like the Air Force Base, ONGC, Oil India Limited, and a good number of tourist destinations nearby like the Kaziranga National Park, Dikhayakhua, Namghar, Lachit Borphukan's Medam, Planetarium District Museum, Gibbon Wildlife Sanctuary, Kaziranga Golf Resort, Sukwa Samanya Kshetra, and many other historical monuments. Jorhat is considered to be a good place for modern education. The Jorhat Government Higher Secondary School, the oldest school, was established in 1883 with special facilities for science teaching. The Jagannath Barua College is the oldest college in the district, said to be the first college in Upper Assam. The only Assamese to win the highest award for literature in India, that is Gyanpith, Sri Birendranath Bhattacharya, also happens to be from Jorhat. Apart from it, Jorhat is the home of internationally reputed ideologists and educationists like Krishna Kanta Handik, former Vice-Chancellor of Guwahati University. This is Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with PK Nath from
That, we have come to the end of this edition of Northeast Diary. Do join us next week to hear more stories from this enchanting part of India. Goodbye.